Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to BMTM Cooks. On today's episode we have Lorraine. What are you going to be making today?
So today we are going to be making kimchi fried rice. We do have a lot of add-ons that could be added to it, you know, to spice up the meal. But today we're just going to go for the basic fried rice. Yeah.
Okay, so right now we have some garlic in the pan.
Yes. We're just preparing the garlic with the oil right now. I'm going to add actually some sesame oil just to add a little bit of flavor. But right now we're just preparing for the kimchi to go in as the base for our fried rice because it is kimchi fried rice. So as we have the garlic frying in the pan, it's a little bit brown, which is okay. We're gonna grab our kimchi and preferably we have to chop it into small pieces so it's easier to eat as well. I'm just gonna slowly add it in. We don't want to put it in right away because it's going to splash with oil and that's kind of dangerous.
So we're gonna let this cook for a bit and then we'll see you guys when it's time to add the rice. So our kimchi, garlic, and onions have cooked together for a little while. How long do you want to cook the kimchi for, Lorraine?
So I'd say about 2 to 5 minutes at most because we don't want it to lose its crunch. Now I'm going to add the rice, obviously, because it is fried rice. I'd recommend we use white rice, no brown rice, because you know you want that full flavor effect. So I'm going to add the rice in. And from there, we're just going to continue on mixing it, going through the same process. And I'm also just adding salt and pepper because you want more flavor. And we'll get back to you with the other ingredients.
And by the way, we're on about medium-high heat here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now, we are going to be adding some kimchi juice to kind of balance out the rice with the kimchi because we don't want it to be too dry, but at the same time, we don't want the oil we added previously to overpower the rice. So he's just gonna slowly add the kimchi juice, and you can actually just press the kimchi from the container, and these things will come out, kimchi juice. Usually you can dilute it with water to get more of it, but we want full flavor.
Now guys, it's important to use day-old rice when you're making fried rice because you don't want any moisture in your rice.
So as Michael was talking, I'm gonna add a little bit more flavor. So this is rice vinegar. You can pick this up at any grocery store. It's really careful that you'd watch how much you put in it, is because it does have like a really sour aftertaste and you just want that little kick. So I'm just gonna measure it with the container. I'm literally adding the slightest bit to it.
So what would you say, about half a teaspoon?
Yeah, literally half a teaspoon. I'm also going to start adding some sriracha. This is dependent on how much spice you like in your food, but it is Korean food and a lot of Korean foods are spicy and I feel like it tastes a lot better and it does give a little amp to your food. So I'm just gonna do that. So we're going to be adding red pepper powder, and you can get this from a Korean store, and I'm pretty sure, again, a regular grocery store. A lot of these things are like labeled in like a different language, so people assume that they can't find it at their local grocery store, but a lot of these things are sold nowadays because a lot of these items are super popular. So I'm going to add just a tad bit of this because a lot of this just adds a little flavor like Michael said, but it does add the red color that kimchi gives, but it just gives it a stronger look to it. So I just added a little bit of that.
Okay, so as you cook, you want to taste your food to make sure you have enough salt, enough pepper, enough oil, and you want to make sure all your flavors are balanced well. So Lorraine's going to give it a bit of a taste test here.
Yeah, so I'm going to grab like some pieces of kimchi to see how that goes. I'm going to taste it. Not that hot. It was really good. Sorry about that.
Does it need anything, Lorraine?
I think we're going to do some honey.
Okay.
And I know this seems like a very like odd ingredient to like such a salty, spicy recipe, but I feel like honey gives it a little more texture and kind of brings it all together because like we said, it's day-old rice, so the rice isn't as moist as it is. So
that's a gross word.
I know, right? So I'm gonna add the honey. Don't be afraid, depending on your liking. I like mine like to be a little bit sweet. That's just how I like my taste. So I'm gonna add like a little drizzle.
So yeah, it's about a teaspoon of honey, but like you said, with most things in this dish, it's just to taste how you like it, right?
It is just to taste, yeah, for sure.
Alright guys, so our fried rice is done, so now we're gonna plate it up.
Yeah, so let's just do that and make sure it doesn't fall because this thing is really heavy. So usually I'd like to hold the pan and kind of tilt it so I can get it aimed on the plate, but today we're just gonna grab it because it is really heavy.
right, guys, that was our kimchi fried rice. Check out next week for the next episode of BMTM Cooks. Who are we gonna have? What are we gonna make? I don't know.
We don't know.
Follow us on Instagram at BMTM Cooks to find out.